Do you have people that despise and hate you when you tell them good and you tell them the truth? They disrespect you. They look down on with disrespect. Then they are scorner. They scorn when you try to get them good correction. When you try to correct them gently. Now let's read Proverbs 9:7. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame. Now what do reproveth mean? Reproveth mean reprimand, and reprimand means rebuke and lecture. So when you reprove and lecture a scorner, you'll get yourself shame. Now let's see what a scorner is, because you're correcting this scorner and getting yourself shamed by correcting this scorner. Let's see. Scorner, scorn, the person, someone who scorns. They reject doing something as beneath one's dignity. So they reject, someone who scorns reject doing something against, or I mean, reject doing something as beneath one's dignity. One that scorns a despiser. A despiser is someone who despises. You know, they consider as beneath one's notice or respect. They consider beneath one's respect. They're, they 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 don't have respect. They consider it beneath the correction that you give, the good word that you gotta say, the good conversation that you have to say about how to fix things, or you know, and they just and they despise because they are despiser, a scorner, and a scorner is disagreeable and unpleasant. They are an unpleasant person. They fake. They are actor, a cheat, a deceiver, a faker, a hypocrite. So they pretend with you when you correct these scorners. They'll pretend. They'll act like they into the word and into the truth. Yeah. Someone who scorn, reject, and refuse to accept because of scorn. Alright? So now let's read again. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame. What is shame? You get to yourself shame, disgrace, dishonor. That's what shame is. Humiliation. You get humiliated, or you get humiliation. You get dishonor. You get disgrace. So what is disgrace? Slander. You get people slandering you. You get a condition of one falling from grace. You get one who has lost honor, a source of shame. This is what disgrace is. It is malicious gossip, a loss of respect. It is scandal. And this is what you get to yourself when you correct gently a scorner. Let's continue to read the scripture. And he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Rebuke means give someone a mouthful. get to yourself a what? A blot. A blot is to stain with dishonor. You get a stain of dishonor. You get dishonor. That's what blot is. Blot. Another definition for blots is dishonor. So you get yourself a blot. You get yourself a dishonor. When what? When you rebuke of, when you correct gently a wicked man. Now when you reprove a wise man, what happens? Let's read Proverbs 9:8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. So it's letting you know, reprove not a scorner unless he hate thee. Reprove not a scorner unless he hate thee. So when you reprove a scorner, someone who hates, who is a deceiver, and an unpleasant person, and you try to correct them, then they will hate you. Let's continue to read. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. So when you correct a wise man, he will love you. Now, let's see what some more definitions of a despiser. A despiser look down on with disrespect. To respect as worthless. A despiser hate. And a despiser is a scorner. So let's look up reprove. Let's see if we can find reprove. Correct gently. So reprove means correct gently. When you correct gently a scorner, then what happened? He end up hating you because you did correctly, right? Or you just giving them correction, period, and he feel like it's too, it's too beneath their attention to pay attention to what you telling them. See, because there's dignity because of their dignity and their gravity and their fairness. See, and shame. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to block. The block, you know what I'm saying, is yeah. So you try to correct a scorner gently or kindly, and you gonna get it to yourself shame. You gonna get it to yourself dishonor, loss of honor, or reputation. Because you're trying to correct gently a wicked man, a evil and sinful, wrong, bad and unholy, fallen, profane, and hateful man. You end up getting to yourself shame, disgrace. But when you correct a wise man, he will love you. He won't hate you. disapprove someone, you censor someone. Censor can mean crucify, it can mean severe disapproval, expressing severe disapproval of someone, especially in a formal statement. It's the expression of formal disapproval. It's an attack, it's a reproof, you know. It could mean these things as well. But in this sense, we talking about giving someone correction. You still letting somebody know what you disapprove of, what could be wrong, right? It could be in people's actions and their behavior, you know, what they're saying. So, let's see. We can get some more. Yeah. So they are. This corner despise. They consider the correction as beneath their notice, as beneath their respect. Beneath their dignity. Their dignity is beneath their dignity. They reject as beneath their dignity, which is high rank, their importance, their feelings, their self-worth, gravity, serious manner or style. But when you do this, when you give this correction to this wicked man or this scorner or this unpleasant person, you get yourself a blot, a shameful act or quality that tarnishes an otherwise or else good character or reputation.